I see and I'm encouraged by youth that is interested in this knowledge. Aboze silo laba in the near future will be in demand. Aboneo laba will be so much in demand. Abantu abadala mase sithole the true liberation. Sekufuneka the new content that is supposed to lead us. These are the people who are going to teach old people, because they gave themselves time to learn and study this content. And remember, Ekolo is controlled by it. And the Tinas Fune Mpedo. So Shelango Imhotep. Fune Imhotep, Ugulentuza, Einstein, no Newton. Sifunus telling about Imhotep. How do you know Imhotep? Imhotep is the one who came up with the right angle, triangle. Imhotep is the one that came up with the sacred geometry. How the energy flows from the sun. What a formation does it make? Because creation yonke follows that sacred geometry. Isambulelo. Tina sifundiswa umoya. Asiyake emavasithi. Angwazi umnyango wevasithi. Ivasithi yami ithi wazovusa amazulu. And it is knowledge that is not a foul. You won't find this knowledge in any Western, fashioned university. You will never. Never. Huh? Tina saba nenhlanhla ukuthi simamele. See researcher even further. Ubab Krelo never told me about the calendar part. Isambulelo. That was unlocked by the knowledge I got from him. Where Isambulelo, the foundation has got to be the calendar. Without the calendar, we will always be misaligned. Do you understand? Hey, this is how you use the knowledge. Hey, lendo izwayo namhlanje, it should be able to activate, ignite the fire within you, so that you are creative and we are able to listen and we are able to read the signs, because that's what we live by. Ubheke nje ukuthi on a daily basis yini into eyenzakalayo nje la kuwe. Just spontaneously. You need to be vigilant of such things, because this is how the spirit world communicates to us, through signs. Uboni nyosi, that's good luck. Maboni mpukane, and Nakoni association yempukane. Do you understand? Hey, so you need to understand the signs. Sometimes abantu ba expect ukuthi hayi umkhulu wami uzothi qathatha ngesiqhu sakhe. Never. Akasaphile enyameni uphile emoyeni. Therefore occupies everything that is physical and is able to communicate in nature. Kufike umuntu la. Awumazi lo muntu. But manje akhulume into boyicabanga. Do you understand? Lo muntu uhlangana naye estradeni. Ukhuluma lento ofuna isolution yayo. And kungani uhlangana naye at the same time you are dealing with a certain problem. It means umoya ungene through lo muntu uzokunikeza isolution. You need to be vigilant of ama signs. Ungathathi izinto for granted ukuthi hey ngihlangane nalo muntu whatever. Any into that suppresses our ability to create. Uguhlala stressed. And there are people who are addicted to pain. Bafuni sympathy. Why? Because it's in their DNA. It doesn't matter who to matter kanjani. Man, buka manoza si meditate so that uphume from that frequency awuzobuyela. Why? Because sekeyijwayele. Yikho ngithi unga and throughout the whole day yenza introspection and uzizwe when you are now gravitating towards a negative vibrational, uyazizwa kuthi hayi sengiyawela man kulento yenzakele mari why ulokuthi why the whole day you know why wena kanti mele uphume lapho wena uphume lapho uloko ubona uphinda ivision yakho. We must all have a vision. Ungaphili nje you know chance. Mele wazi ukuthi no mina ngifisa ukuba yilento. And it's not expensive ukufisa. No. You don't get there, you don't pay to wish. And isifiso sakho when it goes with strong emotions leyo nto manifest noma kanjani, because the universe has to give it to you, because the universe listen to our emotions. Yingakho you know kuthiwa mawufuna ikari ungalokhu uthandaza emkhulu ngicela ikari. Doesn't work that way. See yourself driving that car. Uzizwe vele ukuthi uyajabula driving that car. Yenze leyo nto ulokhu repeater. Ulokhu uphinda leyo nto and evoking the necessary emotions. DJEHUTI usitshelile. It's all about vibrational frequency. My emotions akho that matches the vibrational frequency of the thing that you want, that you wish for, it will certainly manifest.
Original signs.
And don't be confused. Ufuna test namhlanje kusasa iBM. You want to achieve anything? You must have a clear picture ukuthi nayo ngifunani. Uhlale kuyo leyo. Ungalokhu ujampa. Bese uthi uvele nqaka phendula. Umvele nqaka is not confused. So now you need to remove the confusion from your mind. Be focused. Be focused and be relentless. Enye into ube nesineke. Ungabi ilabantu abafuna quick fix. Into zomoya they last. So therefore they need patience. When you can't determine, remember ukuthi yonke into oyifisayo is there already. Into nje esadelaya timing. It won't manifest ngale season, because kule season there is this energy which is negative towards what you want to achieve. Umoya uthi Paula ngajaha bese kuba patient, ulinde umoya. Sithi futhi mawucela, you don't determine ukuthi lento ufuna Friday. If ingazanga Friday ngisaphahla. Abantu banjalo. Mengazanga Friday sangini yonke. Kanti kulawo usele emuva khona. And remember ukuthi idlozi liyakuthutha. Idlozi lifuna ukubona ukuthi how committed you are kulo. We are tester noma you truly are resonating at the same frequency now. Idlozi lifike likuwe lithi no ngiyakhala ngiyagodola. Ungapheli isikhathi likunikeza imali. Uyibhubhudle wena le mali mefika. Awusenzi lo msebenzi okumele ngabe uyawenza. So faili. ngoba ngeke usayithola leyo mali yakhe. You failed. Kanti mothola le mali uyazi ukuthi bengiphasela ukuthi ngenze umsebenzi othize ozongikhulula kule nale inkinga enginayo. Endewenze lo msebenzi yonke into ikhanye. Kepha nathi all of us sinjalo. Sihlupheki ukungena imali. I know. Idlozi selile. Sengifuna ukuye eMakhams. Ngifuna ukuye Splits lapha ngiyothenga ikhavela. Ngifuna ukwenza whatever. So bhekela manje inyama. Kanti le mali ize because of umoya uzoncediswa ukuthi ulungise isikweletu somoya. Ngoba mawulungise isikweletu somoya idlozi malimile akho umuntu ongakuloya manje ngiyabheja lapha umuntu angayibe malawa yele wena uthi ngifuna ukumginqa ahamba yoguqela le malawi zizo bounce zibuyele kuye bese kuthi wena umthakathi akhombe wena uthi umthakathi wena kanti lezinto zakhe zibouncile zabuyela ngoba idlozi limile alelanga awunesikweletu somoya so ungasabi izinto ezilula thusabo maweni la usakhona uphilipila yakho wena ubone ufriend yakho seyihamba lapha ngakumaweni so yatatazela ngafa ungayinaki nje leyo nto ngoba uthembele kuphi edlozini remember ukuthi idlozi nalo mele understand uJehuti idlozi uHeteru idlozi uMaathi idlozi ungaconfuse nethongo. Idlozi is an eternal energy that is forever there. Idlozi lidala ithongo. Ithongo ilomuntu bekephila emhlabeni wasedlula. Sithi usemathongeni. Ngoba siyakuphahla ngithi. Siyakuvusa ngo3. Ulele nawo la ulele khona. Sithi angikhulu vuka. Elumamele ukuthi uthini. Ithongo ke lelo. Idlozi is forever there. So ma ukholelwe edlozini ukholelwa ku science sithi element. Element you know that created, remember kuthiwa signature yethu. It's carbon, it's hydrogen, it's oxygen. Then what? Nitrogen. Hey, somebody added, remember kunama what they call the 5 solids. They added their phosphorus as the 5th, you know, element. This is what created Yingaku 5 fingers. That represents all those elements that are responsible or a foundation. But our frequencies of creation, there are 9. 9 frequencies of creation. Yonke into edaliwe emhlabeni idalwe yilama frequencies ay9. Yingakho sithi the 9 principles. And these 9 principles yizo that form the foundation of the 12 principles, the calendar. Remember these 12 principles, they all have a different vibrational frequencies. And remember these 12 principles, they control certain parts of our body. Like Asa controls the head. Yingakho ngomufika uSeptember amahlanya avule seleleka manje. Bayagula abantu bona nje ngeaction yabo ukuthi ngekho right. So September isikhathi sokuthi la endumbeni zethu sibe nalo muthi lo babiza ukuthi imbeza. Imbeza uphunyisela amahlanga. Umuntu ombona ukuthi hayi awukho right Joe. Woza ngapha. Umphunyisele ngembeza uzohlahla abe right. So uthola ukuthi all organs of our systems are controlled by these 12 principles. And these 12 principles are hosted la kumedulla oblongata yakho ncebeka. It has those 12 centers that produce melanin. So they correspond to the 12 principles of the calendar. And these 12 principles they are responsible for you to be able to open your eyes, for you to lift your finger. It's all principles. Remember, Sibega, the major ones. But my principles that are there in the universe, they correspond to the principles of Ma'at, the 42. What we call the 42 laws of Ma'at.
Confessions.
Hey, the 42 laws of Ma'at. These are the principles that govern everything that lives on earth. Isystem yakho yonke is governed by those 42. Yingakho mawukhuluma lapha uthi sibani bani, I will never dirty the waters. Uti sibani bani, I will never kill. Uti sibani bani, you are calling the name of the principle that govern that section. So ingakho ngithi akudlalwa about those principles. Ungafa nokufa. If ubiza lama principles uba ubizela nje ngathi game. Hayi wena so conscious unekele izinto lapha ebondweni. Njalo uqamba manga. Uthi hayi amina zange ngibulala and ungena endlini izandla ziyagabha igazi. Do you understand? So yoguqa lapha uthi I didn't kill. And you did kill. You can't lie to yourself. Because those principles are what constitutes you. So you need to approach those principles clear in your mind and heart, even your actions. Kuthi wena so uqondile. Ngisho nephela usalibulala. Uyacela nje kahle ukuthi liphume endlini. Lingakwatisi. Yesterday we had this debate. We had this debate. You know, kahle yonke into deserves to live. Yonke into. Ngisho nempukane nayo yonke into. Manje sikhuluma ke kahle ngempukane ngoba isicefe. Ngithi manje impukane njengoba isicefe kangaka. Hayi mkhulu incenge nje ukuthi iphume. So that is the righteous living. Asikafiki lapho. But hopefully ngelinye lamalanga sofika. Ngoba you see, as an example impukane. Uma wenze into embi, uzobona ilokhu ithi la mehlona usabathi uyayixosha. Ila usuke uthi elesi estoro ila nawe lempukane. It means there's something complicated. Does it then deserve to die? I know it's difficult, Makenda. But in the process, I will take my comments and some questions. Remember, Guti, like GK. We are not creating robots. Wonke umuntu has a right to question everything that we say, and you can prove it yourself. We are not saying here believe. At GK we don't believe. We know. Because anybody can go and do their own test of what we say. So as cool again, if kunento ungayizwanga ngikhulumile, ungayithathi nje without a question. Asifuni nje la ifane nabanye abantu abama robot. Khona ama leaders. May say stage. Maybe ishayela izandla yabona ukuthi lezandla they are so abnormal. Bashaya abantu izandla bathi babona ukuthi hey lo muntu lo. So we are not those leaders. We don't want entity now. Remember even DJEHUTI never said Mthandazeni. DJEHUTI empowered us. What if you want to live, connect with nature? Don't come through me. I'm just a messenger to open your eyes. So you must never regard abantu GK as above everything. Singabantu bezoni njenga. So manje, you know, we are open, and we never regard ourselves as above everybody else. The only difference ukuthi sithola ulwazi earlier than somebody else, but akusenzi ukuthi sihluke kunawo wonke umuntu. We are all equal here. Akekho umuntu ongathi manje lo mele athandazwe so kuziwa kuye uqenga amadolo yini leyo nto le. Thokoza ke. Thokozani
igama uzamile kaswele inkomo.
Thokoza ke.
Ikhona information engizama ukuyicoordinate kahle ngibona ukuthi iyiyona ngempela. La ngeke ngezwe igama elikhuma ngo Zamantwari Somahonga. Then nama reptilian ingabe into eyodwa noma izinto ezihlukile.
Legama walizokuba
ubaba ukhona.
Ngiyakhumbula. I interview David Ike. Uthi legama lenzani
ukuthi ingabe sikhuluma ngama reptilian na basikhuluma ngoZamantwari Somahonga.
Oh no sure. Uyababika lapha ukhuluma ngabo babukhweno vele. The Chitauri. The Chitauri evil ones. Bafana nalo Yakub, the creator of these people from Caucasus Mountain. Yakub was very evil. Very evil. Remember, Yakub is the same person as Enlil, the brother of Enki. Enlil hated us. And they hated Enki because Enki gave us something, which has a potential to make human beings much greater than the Anunnaki. Kepa isavaliwe manje. Remember ukuthi yene yethu kunale nto abayibiza cap tele myezo something. That a cap ukuthi yene which has confined our ability. But in Dovgas Benchel is ukuthi because of the proximity of the sun and earth, that cap, DNA cap, which confines us, is going to open. And they may vuleg, house of fly, uzo levitator. Injal. That's the ability we have. But manje, through this evil one and lead, we are not able to fully reach the potential here. So, sisazongena esifundweni sama Anunnaki, because it's very important for us to understand the history of humanity. How did we come to be? Okwamanje sisasela. you know, kuKemet kule mfundiso kaJehuti. uJehuti never dies. uJehuti reincarnates ebantwini emhlabeni. Sibona ngabo ngezenzo zabo because it's all about izenzo. La GK asinandaba ukuthi ukhuluma amagama 1000 athini anjani. Izenzo zakho. This is what tells us more about you. So umuntu onalo moya kaJehuti simbona ngezenzo ukuthi wenza extraordinary things and akafake anything genuine about what they do. So ingakho sithi ubaba uCredo because of izenzo zakhe we are convinced he was a reincarnation kaJehuti. Thokoze.
Sithokoze mkhulu.
Ngiyabonga.
Ukuba khona kulesifundo. Mkhulu, liberate the sacred sites first. Not just in South Africa. There's a whole Zeptape. Iphelela kuphi le Zeptape because you said the middle of the earth is the Great Pyramid, which is along Zeptape. It goes all the way around.
Wherever there are pyramids, they are along what is called the meridian, the golden meridian. And the Zibego uJehuti lapho, all of them, you know, nabantu bakhe. The people that he trained in Kemet, they went and they established Peru. Those people base Peru, they never constructed anything. They found everything there already.
So those whole lines must be liberated.
Hey, but we can't tackle all of them at the same time.
Where we are.
Because remember, Guti, especially, not only my pyramids, mele siyo liberate the root chakra of earth. So that energy le block like South Africa in Durban is always able to rise. So that a liberation happens throughout the whole continent. So, iplaf, ibanjwe amasoja. We need to go and liberate the root chakra of earth from the soldiers. Yebo, lapetebe. Then sifika la sacral, you know, chakra. Inzalo is the sacral, you know, chakra. Yingakho ibizwa ngokuthi umazisikazi. Hey. Isacral. Hey, yingakho isemqoka. Hey, yingakho isemqoka. Le ndawo le. Not ngishinzalo. Is a sacral. Yes. Inzalo yiyo ke controller ke yonke into ehamba la. Because mangobe lapha the sacral. Isacral yiyo emosha izinto zabantu esikhathini esiningi. If you have no control of your sexual energy, uzoba nenkinga. Ngoba the sacred, the sexual energy, we need it for ascension. Manje mawuloku busy wire. When are you leaving some energy for ascension? Uloku uthi hayi doesn't you meditate but nothing happens. Meditate yes, but so katele. You've expunged this sexual energy. So what's the point of you meditating? So ingakho khokho bethu basifundise you need to control the sexual energy. Kuba ivela kancane. Remember ukuthi it wasn't just a bayibizani konje into yokudlala. People you know, involved in that for procreation. Umama suwele natala ze kubaba la emamai nawe ngizoqelisisa ubaba. Suka lapho ubuyele ekhaya. It was into, you know, into every weekend when hayibo. Kama na Jethro.
Bengicela ukubuza mkhulu. Nje ubukhuluma ngoBill Gates. Because like mina ngimuntu uthanda farming, agriculture so yeah. So Bill Gates like is taking our seeds and coming like GMO things like that. And then like thina manje mina into ngikuza uthi senzani because mina I'm thinking like or ngiqale isig bank.
No, sure.
Sure. Because I know watching masinga yenzi something uzunqoba and ngeke sinze ukuthi anqobe ngeke simyekela anqobe le data. So manje nakhona manje bengicela ukuthi la ekhaya sicabanga kakhulu le ndaba ya sibhenk mhlambe senze into ufana like exhibition mhlambe sitshale like sibine indawo isitshala yonke into to keep our looks and our season 20.
No, sure. I see about inkinga leyo throughout. Remember ukuthi labelungu benzeni mebe introduce iGMO. Ba contact all the farmers. All of them. And offer them money for them to not use the normal seed. So abantu abathanda imali, they took the money. And the GMO ibulala umhlaba. You plant once, umhlaba wakho is dead. So manje sinenhlanhla because eZimbabwe, you need to get in touch with the people from Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, they've already initiated that process. Hey.
And then bona babuya Malawi Zimbabwe like nayo sibangenile kakhulu.
Hey, the original seed must be preserved. And the more ngaya futhi except igodlo lezi ithanda imali. Khona lamakhosi lanka emali. Yiwo lanka zovumela ukuthi endaweni yabo abelungu batshale these GMO seeds. But akhona amakhosi angase amakhosi emali. Bayisavile the seed. So if ungaya nje uthola isikhathi go around the rural South Africa, you would collect. And it's important ukuthi sibe ne seed bank. Lenja le Bill Gates seyifuna ukubulala neinkomo. Sebekhanda inyama elab. Yingakho athenga amaplaza. Ufuna ukucreate manje ukudla that is going to kill us. Because whatever you odlayo sibulawa yizo lezi. Izifo ezikhona besinganazo thina la eAfrika. Izinto ezize nabelungu. You see, abelungu can take all of this nonsense because they are abantu vele aba ama phone call. So Tina, the original stock, we need to intake alkaline, everything alkaline. Then umzimba wethu right. Umlungu angayidla umbila because the system yakhe ingubevanga njenye ungayi understand. It cannot digest maize. Tina, we're not supposed to eat pap. Besidla amabele before abelungu befika. Basi introduce kule maize le. Amabele yiwo that are good for us, system yethu singabantu abamnyama. Millet. Not only the things that we eat from the ground, but even medication yethu. It can't be the same as medication yabelungu because biologically nah, sister because he refused to take them job. Inesi limbona lamthelela njalo akezela. La keep umjovo ngaka. Ungalapha isandla ngomjovo ngaka. Thokoza.
Mfano like like our cancer in abelungu basitshela ukuthi no hayi you must take treatment for such. No. Those things like Zalapair, easy. I can tell you, when petty looks like arthritis 2021. It's like in about 6 months, just less than 6 months. Must laugh. Not just new doctor which are generating PT. Then after that, yeah.
Okay. Remember, Gucci, pharmaceutical industry. If pharmaceutical industry is to pacify ukugula, it doesn't heal. Yingakho uyabona kukhona ipanado from isihlahla somyezana. Ipanado, what they did, they separated the active element. But the rest of that tree heals not only the headache, but everything else in the system. So this is how a white mind thinks. You separate things. Do you understand? So when you heal umuntu ngesihlahla somyezana, you are a willow tree. You are able to not only heal the head that is troubling that person, but even the toe. Do you understand? It gives you a comprehensive healing. So you must never believe and trust in these medications, because they are meant to kill you. That's why the pharmaceutical industry is there. To eliminate you kancane. Baloko bati tata la mapilisa loku, high blood, tata loku. And these, they have a very negative side effects. The poison that is mixed. And another thing, remember why they produce these, medication, especially capsules. They will put a quarter of what is supposed to heal. Then bafake yonke angazi le powder yini la bayifaka la. So when uthenge ipilisi, it has just a quarter of what is supposed to heal. Why? Because they want you to come back. Go and relieve that pain for a while, but the pain will come back. Then you go and see a doctor, an African doctor, which is why in the African sense, in terms of healing, it's comprehensive. You look at the energy that is prevalent at a particular time. That's why there's time to heal the head. There's time to heal the bones, because the prevalent energy at the time supports healing of the bones. Our ancestors who were healers before, they would tell you, no, I can just give you something that will manage the pain until this season comes, when I know I can heal you completely. They heal you and you never return to the healer. That is healing, not this half-baked healing they are doing to us. Thokoza, case.
Ngizothandwa ukunibingelela igama lami ngqobane ngwakamvelase.
Sure.
Ngokuhlala sePitori. Usuku lami lokuqala ngize la ekhaya.
Thokoza.
Umfethu uyo thize size la. Sinaye lePitori. Kune group esiqalayo. Bathi size la sizofuthola knowledge khona la.
Awe, molweni mafethu.
Thokoza.
Igama lami ukhwezi bolelo ngakani. Dingumcina. So I just want to introduce myself to DK because it's my home. I consider.
So sinomfethu besingayazi ne direction kodwa sambe ngathi siyazi directions afika la njoba ukusuku lami lokuqala sengiyithandile indawo ngathi ngizohlala ngiyize kodwa ngisafuna more information. Yeah. Sadinga incazelo eningi nje. nge-foundation.
No, sure.
Yebo.
No, sure.
Ngiyabonga ukuba nani.
No, siyabonga Khehla ukuthi nibe khona from Pitori.
Yebo.
You know, bakhona abanye ababuye ePitori, but the more remember ukuthi Pitori, it's very crucial for us as well. If I not Durban, you know, if we can, you know, organize a Pitori at Durban, not like a Gauteng, then you know, liberation yet is guaranteed. You know, as long as the Pitori and Durban, they are not activated, Yini was supposed to teach those that are still asleep. You know, there are people that live in Pretoria, see twice in Pretoria. You know, twice were there and engaged in one of these community engagements. So, siyabonga ukuthi nibe khona. You will meet some of them. Most of them are not here today because we had an event on Friday. Even night is sikatelega. We didn't sleep. But you know, siyazi ukuthi we'll sleep when we have a transition. As long as the enemy is still in power, there's no time to sleep. We need to destroy the enemy's system so that we are able to fully live like a normal people again. So siyabonga Makhehla ibambeni nje kanjalo. Thokozani. Oh bukani Makhehla ngicela samukeleni nazi ivakashi. Ziza noKhehla uphiri umuntu wase GK. You know, he always you know, bring in and make us you know, connect to our brothers that are in the north, you know, America. So let us welcome them. This is the great empire of Kemet. We are trying to revive ancient knowledge system. You know, before we colonized, because this is how Africa will emerge from this darkness. For us to emerge with our own content, and for us to emerge with our own governing system. We are supposed to be governed by African royalty. But we see all these opportunities, they were pushing democracy, which is really crazy. They call it democracy. Hey, demon crazy. Hey, it's a system that has got to fall. You know, we don't need that system. Tina, our tried and governing system that introduced civilization in the world, it's African royalty. There's no other structure that can claim that they introduced civilization in the world, not only in Africa, except African royalty. And it's not the royalty that you see today being collaborating with the very same oppressors of black people. You know, true kings are fighting the system, not being a part of the system. So we are trying to revive all those things so that we go back to our power. Our power is spiritual, not physical. Tina, we have a spiritual bomb. When we hit you, you never exist again. So, we respect nature. We don't abuse nature. We've never taken what is given to us by the Creator, who is the sun. Remember, the sun produces only hydrogen. We've never abused that hydrogen to go and create a bomb that will obliterate, you know, the whole country. We understood the science of the hydrogen, but then we knew it can never be abused. Because remember, in the spiritual world, action, there's a reaction. Right? Because of the bombs that they've been exploding, the ozone layer is affected. And now, there's no proper filter of the sun rays. Who's going to go burn first? The sun is going to burn them first.
Yeah.
The very same violators of the natural law, they are crying. You see them in the US with blisters. They are red all over the body. They are spraying all sorts of, chemicals to block the sun. We eat the sun. We need the sun. We don't need any chemical that is going to block the sun, because we turn the sun into vitamin D. So please, Makesha, let us prepare ourselves, for this, especially the heightening or the rising temperature of the sun is going to fix that telomere, which is the cap that have been put there in our DNA. Our natural ability and our spiritual power is going to return. This is what will make us rule the world again. Hey, the whole world was developed by us. Go to France. Do you know about Hannibal? King Hannibal, who invaded Spain, invaded Rome with elephants.
A black man, General Hannibal.
The first kingdoms in Europe were set up by us. Huh? The people who civilized the white people, these black people, they call them the Moors. Hey, Moorish, whatever means black. It means black. Hey, that's why we are saying the whole universe was occupied by us. There's no place where you don't find melanin content. You check the skeletons of those bones. They are full of melanin all over the world. And the technology that we left in Europe, there's this civilization they call the Tartarian civilization. Who were those people? Who built these structures? Remember now, when the Westerners took over, they then used those structures as churches. Those structures were never built to be a church. Those structures were enhancing the energy from the sun, so that when you go there, you don't do the Roma thing. This thing, the Romans, whatever. No. You were supposed to go in there, lie down, because of the vibrational frequency of the structure itself. It was, constructed, in that particular way, by Byzantine way. Meaning, it's aligned with the universe. Whatever energy that emanates from there. And you remember, when you look at all of them, there's something like an Ariel, and there's something round like a ball. That is where they put Mercury. Our ancestors. For us to actually be able to give free electricity. So those structures were like pyramids. When you go inside the pyramid, you get healed. When you go inside the pyramid, when you are meditating, you ascend to higher dimensions of existence. Now you go to these churches, they are dead. You go in there confused, you come back worse. There's no healing that has taken place. So here there is this thing ukuthi esifunda ngayo. Bayibizana sacred, maybe esoteric. Huh? Meaning ukuthi every structure that we construct, we are considering the ley lines, right? These unseen energy grid around our planet, and that is around you, because the torus field, that is what is around you as well. And this is what guide the construction of sacred temples and sacred structures, so that when you just go like enzalo elam, when you just put your foot there, automatically your atoms are balanced. You have harmony because the energy that is there. Remember, Kutinzalo is along the golden meridian where the male and female energy of Earth meet and create what is called the electromagnetic field of Earth. This is where you get balance. So all those structures we left in Europe and in America and Europe, they are all destroyed because they want to hide the truth about the true civilizers of the world. It's you. It's you. Everything they know, they learn from you. Everything. When it comes to medicine, when it comes to astronomy, astrology, architecture, everything they learn from you. Hey, they were there in the Caucasian mountain. Huh? They were not even bathing. They were stinking. When we got there, we put them in and drove them to the river. We taught them how to bath. Now they see Uguti, they are superior than you. They nerve to call you inhuman because that's how they regard you. They say you are dead because of your melanin, the pigmentation of your skin. It's not death, it's divineness. It's a divineness that they don't have. They wish they have that divineness. Hey, so you must say, don't consider anything these people say to you. Remember, they are children. They are children to you. You taught them everything. Science, they learn from you. They even steal. Right angle triangle. They credit you to that fool, Pythagoras. But in Pythagorean theory. Go, because it comes from Imhotep. He's the one who gave us the sacred geometry. You don't learn, about Imhotep from any of these Western institutions. So, EGK has started. Like I said, we've started a university. It's functional. We're writing a test last week. Some of the groups that are there. Yes. It's a fresh content. Content that you will never find anywhere. Meaning the curriculum is going to start online. But ultimately, it's a curriculum that will be adopted by all higher education centers. Okwamanje, they are still resisting because the white person didn't okay it. They know what they are teaching our children poison. But until the white man says, no, you can change the curriculum, they won't do it. So we are going to lead them. But they will learn from us. So I just wanted to give black people a hope. Hope is there. Says the Testili system is working. We are now ready to teach. And we are not confined because it's online. The only thing that will confine us is load shedding. And very soon it will be a thing of the past. Because Isambulelo, divine inspiration will come down from one of us. We'll be able to actually align with those radio frequencies that will give us. No, man. The solution is even here today. The magnets. The magnets, you can produce magnets that will give us the ability to plug your computer. Our models are all over the social media. Again, is get two powerful nuggets. Magnets, and produce free electricity. This is what our thinking, has got to be activated now. Stop crying. Come up with a solution. We can see Uguti, ESCOM is not going to improve because they stole the money. So therefore, there's no long-term solution that will come from ESCOM. We need to remove ourselves from this vicious greed. that has never respected us as a people. They are always treating us, inhumanly. Futhi so it's worse. Usiril wathi nina? You are not paying electricity. So nithule, meaning ukuthi so must have a voice. Tina, we know ukuthi we are not going to pay electricity back. I see patale, won't pay. Hey, no moves, okay. They can never expect payment from us until they give us a reparation. They stopped when we were demanding a reparation after 94. Who stopped us? It's our politicians. Oh, you're going to disrupt the economy. Investors are going to flee. Hi, what do investors? They must pay. They owe us trillions. So each government must stop being cowards and go and demand our money so that we are able to pay electricity. You can't come to us with there's no job here. Where do you expect us to get the money? Oh no, we mustn't even utter a word so it because you don't pay electricity. Remember, South Africa was liberated by Soweto. East South Africa as a whole owes Soweto so much. The bravery of the people that were here liberated this country, man. So why must we pay for this? Huh? Who's paying for our, reparations? So many of us, are crippled. They're in wheelchairs. Abotabombeki with their so-called wisdom. They stopped any movement that was being pushed by Umamwini. They were working with some international lawyers, preparing to wage that, trial for all these companies that were involved in apartheid. All of them, all these white corporate companies, they have to pay us. And as long as we are alive, they will pay. Even the British, the gold they stole here, it will be returned. If not, we are going to use juju. Let them burn until they return our things.
Thokozani Makhehle. Igama mina ngopaseka ngivela la eKatlehong. Yes mkhulu. Kodwa nje ngingazi ukuthi maybe ngishifta kancane iprogram mkhulu. Kunento engilungu ngizibuza mkhulu, maybe uzonginika impendulo zimbili ke mkhulu. Ukuthi ngapha kubona abakhulu bakhimo mkhulu, maybe mase sishada mkhulu. Kunendlela ngaphandle maybe kweChristianity or ezinye indlela ekushadiswa ngayo. If umuntu usephasile mkhulu raguqe ngedoda, kunendlela futhi la ngakukhemithi esebenza ngayo. Okunye ke hayi ithi ngidlule ngoba ngicurious mkhulu, ngoba ngiyayizwa uma ungitshela na mkhulu ukuthi umhlaba wethu, njengoba umkhulu athi umhlaba wethu, into engenza ngibe curious yile piece encane enizoyibona lapha kule map eAfrica bathi iMadagascar. Wonke umuntu uyayazi. Abantu bePC bathanda ukusho kanje bathi Cape Town, Madagascar izwe lethu. But ngicurious ngani ke bafowethu ukuthi iAfrica njengoba iyonke kanje, njengoba ngiyibona lapha phezulu ihlangane nayo eAsia kanje, but iMadagascar kune-sea esiseparate kuyo, but basibiza ukuthi iphathi yethu. Hayi ukuthi umhlaba wonke na izinto eyi-1, but bengicurious ngaloko ngoba umkhulu unginikile ukuthi umhlaba wonke. But mase ngimbuyisa-ke ema-Afrika, ngicele nomkhulu ke Khehle ukuthi ngapha emshadweni nakuhambeni komuntu kunendlela esiyisolva ngeKhemet, or we still use maybe i-Western it. Thokozeni Makhehle.
Wena Khehle sinendlela zethu zokushadisa. Zokushadisa. And you see, with us, it even goes deeper. We are not encouraging a superficial thing where ubona umuntu muhle. I know Tina, we are weak, madoda. You see the physicality, beauty already. But you see with us, what is important? It is the gelling. of the characters. And the characters which are produced by the principles. You know, this energy, when it meets with this energy of this principle, do they gel or do they react, you know, in terms of chaos? Because if you are not gelling at a spiritual level, at a physical, you will never gel. So if foundation of our marriage starts there, you marry a principle that complements you. If I'm an introvert, I can't marry an introvert because we are going to be boring. I need to marry an extrovert. Umuntu that will make me happy. Do you understand? Balance me. If it doesn't gel there, it won't work. Kahle kahle, a lifetime stress. You will forever be stressed. So foundation yethu yomshado lapho. When we supposed to be doing counseling, I know which the heart loves and the inhliziyo bathi naphekethe. Hey, inhliziyo ingathanda kepha siyajela na. Nesingajeli ay singaba ma friends nje. Not ukuthi manje sesenza a long term commitment ukuthi sesizala neingane la. Ngoba manje we are now transferring confusion yethu to the children. They don't know ukuthi what decisions were made for my parents to come together. Do you understand? Bona now are going to be the beneficiary of the hurt that they will experience as long as the parents are together. Because if the characters are not gelling, nizolwa on a daily basis. And then you use stupid things. How the other one uses Colgate. Huh? The one who squeezes on top, the one who squeezes at the bottom. The one who squeezes at the bottom is angry. Why are you squeezing at the top? A marriage finishes. Just simple and useless things like that. It's because you are not gelling. Your principles are not creating harmony. So even the burial. Burial is just that we are limited, you know, by resources in terms of land and money. If I had it my way, this whole house will be my burial center. Do you understand? Because you know, we have no concept of an ending of a spiritual existence. When we go and visit you, we should have sitola makoma lapha in your grave. Where usithole irumnyana lomsamo la sikhona ukukhuluma nawe khona, and we should eat with you. Whatever we've prepared at home, we bring it with, because you are still alive. Yes. When we talk to you as we are, Messi Pasha, when we communicate and share to the ancestors, we talk to them as if they are alive. Ngoba vele they are alive. Remember, Guti, they are atoms. Huh? Atoms that have got memory. They can remember you. Oh, this one, ever since I passed away, he never even once came to my grave. What do they think about you?
And energy can't be destroyed.
No, they are alive. They are alive. Our ancestors are alive. Huh? So life continues. They live in other dimensions, but they are alive. Some even go and say, Guti, they are along what is called your spinal. Yeah. You know,
pain that you
they are here. You know, in that spinal fluid. This is where they traverse up and down, wanting full expression, but they cannot express through you because you are still colonized. You regard, them as a demon. What do you call a demon? Evil spirit. Because the church had taught you that. Your ancestor, your mother, your grandmother is now an evil spirit. How does that happen? The person who gave birth to me, the person who is responsible for my existence, the evil Pope gave an instruction, all those people are evil spirits. Why? Because of their social control strategy. So you must never believe, in anything that you hear from Christianity. It's a lie. It's a lie, and it's full of evilness. The Pope gave the decree and said, whoever you find in the world, they gave that to the Portuguese first. The invaders of Africa, when they came here, they said whoever is not bowing down to this fake Jesus of theirs must be killed and their land be taken from them. How evil is that? Then you want to tell me which is the holiest place, that Vatican is the top of evil, the epitome of evilness. They are the richest, yes, because of they stole everything. Don't worry, ma. The time is coming. All these people that did wrong things to us, they are going to pay. Remember, within the spiritual action, equally. So their time is coming and it's nearer. And the nature is going to deal with them before we even come. You might be surprised if Europe empty. And they were ready and prepared for a fight. We find all of them are gone. Then we go into those safes and return everything that came from Africa. Their whole economy is based on Africa. If Africa were to close their doors, Europe and America will suffer. Yes. America, it's safe. Kuthiwa manje, remember Kuti, there was a talk of BRICS. BRICS is supposed to threaten the power of the dollar. Because it's the base currency. As to why these leaders even agreed to make American dollar a base currency, meaning that when we are trading, dollar has to be involved. I can't trade, a rand to Kwasha in Mozambique. We need to both involve it all. Now, somebody said to Guti, if dollar won't fall easily because they own the largest amount of gold in the world. Where is that gold from? Stolen gold. Hey, Abanye, they took it from Iraq. When they invaded Iraq, they took a lot of gold from there. They took a lot of gold from here in South Africa. If gold is almost finished in South Africa, where is it? In America and Europe. So you can't tell me about the British Empire. It's built out of the misery of people. Wealth that they acquired is stolen wealth. So we are going to create our own, Bibles and ICC, International Criminal Court. Africa is going to create that. And we are going to put all of these leaders in jail. Because when you are in possession of stolen goods, but you win, you are a criminal. Because we are in possession of stolen goods. So all of them are in possession of stolen goods. Where do they belong? To jail that they created. We never created jails. They created the jails, and those jails are going to house them. Hey, that structure that they created for us is going to house them one day. So let's keep the faith alive, you know, and knowing very well, Guti, we are on the rise. There's no going down from now. We are at our lowest, and from only here, we can only go up. But what I want is that let us not go up with a foreign content. We must emerge with our own content so that we are never controlled, you know, again. We know the Creator, we are not confused. The sun produces hydrogen and our DNA is bonded by hydrogen. So therefore, as long as the sun is there, I'm alive. Chokozini.
Asithokozeni. Hayi uJehuti lo melana. Jehuti. I have a question Yana, but before ngisho njalo, I so wanted to come with Conscious Fridays. I checked it out, only 14 minutes play yakhona in clip here. So there's something I actually wanted to share since I didn't come slavery ngada. So I don't know if the house would mind. I was.
Sure. Come share. Sifuna your creative juices.
So in the past few days, I started, you know, just like other people about sharing content. So I started, you know, making my own videos. I'm a musician, I write music, started with the quiet on a rap. So I was rapping, talking about izinto obviously esizaziyo, but we tend to forget what they say. So straight to the point, GMO, so I'm going to be talking about something related to that, but it's different. It's water. Before I deliver this, we all know about chlorine. So with me, I came to the decision, they say, like, we can't be talking about chlorine and then still continuing, you know, consuming it, you understand? So I don't have a plan yet to say, okay, this is the what, besides Guatola, straight from the ground and whatnot. So in the meantime, Nyawadlanda was a pumping. But then something tells me, I must put aloe. I don't know but I just trust in that. I happen to trust in that. To put aloe and just to give it some life, because I believe this water is dead, because it doesn't come from the ground, it comes from these pipes. So later on I realized with Esan, what if the aloe, it kills whatever it kills in the water, and then I still drink it. So I thought of maybe having a filter. I don't know, anyone can balance me on that. But after I just done this. So unfortunately it's written in isiZulu. Hopefully you're gonna, you know, catch up because it's your language. Yeah, it is. So it goes, ungawaphuza manzi pompi. Eish, he ungawasha ngawo itransi. Eish, orukorope ngawo phansi. Ungawaphuza manzi abulala inhlanzi. Eish, uzozidalela imomish. Ekse, he uyayazi chlorine abakhina ngayiva telibuya la ku sewage. Eish, I'm sorry. Eish, kodwa chlorine ibulala isolomoya. When uzophinda ujika uthi bakloya. Ayikanti ubhizi uphuza amanzi wokubola. Better understand the government yenza ngabonga. Eish, nakhuza ama-reptilians angathathi lethu la ngempela sidli dead wall. Eish, now we gonna need intelligence kuzo zonke lezi impi sokunqoba masizilwa ngokomoya. Eish, na get your water from the soil. Hey, haila mapata kwelu bola, feces and chemicals, that whole ish is toxic. When I uzotambala we coffin. Hey, emva kokuthi ube izombie, vele uyizombie ufakaza ukuthi uvotile. Hey, usanitizile kokuthi wafaka imask waqhela enujovile. So that's just just to be valid, there's a different topic. So, ngikala ngakuphi ukuchazela i-olady lami ukuthi inkolo ilandelayo inkolo yabakhohlisi. Understand mase ngimbekela ngabo Constantine abasunguli balosizi. Yongithatha ngathi ngiyahlanya mase ngiqala ngivula umlomo ngiringa ngama Draco nama Reptoids amaningi. Can I do that again? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Ngikala ngakuphi ukuchazela i-olady lami ukuthi inkolo ilandelayo inkolo yabakhohlisi. Understand mase ngimbekela ngabo Constantine abasunguli balosizi. Yongithatha ngathi ngiyahlanya mase ngiqala ngivula umlomo ngiringa ngama Draco nama Reptoids amaningi. Mara namhlanje ngiqina isibindi ngokuzithoba. First of all mele azi ukuthi uJesu ka exist. Asihlukanisa nolwazi lwethu izimbulu. Ababephila isintu bafa kabuhlungu. 42 laws washintsha wayishumi kwacinya yonke imvelaphi yethu kwagcwala inkungu. Ukuphila kwami ngikuthola kumveli inqangi, umveli inqangi yakena umuntu kepha ilanga. Ebambisene nenyango nomkhubulwane ngomoya ophilisa mina nawe itshalo nezilwane. Divine Trinity iba nomama hayile nobaba nesipoke esizala indodana. Nomkhubulwane nomveli inqangi noheni.
I know. Remember DJEHUTI. Iyenzeka lento nge-8. Meaning ukuthi this Friday you have no excuse not to come. This Friday yenzakala until the 8th, ne? Yeah, so asibeni khona. Laba bakhonayo. And ungawari nge-transport. Siya cross night. Sihlala emlilweni kuze kuse. So don't stress. Come prepared ukuthi uzoshaya ama get down. And listen to Siyayivala. Oh, 9
the online courses, please, how, when, and all that. Yes.
Sure. The online course ekhona manje. Foundational course, the African creation story. You need to start there as the foundation. Then from Lapo we'll introduce other courses, but this is the only first course that we have. From Lapo we are going to the workings of the calendar, because once you have a foundation on how Africans saw, creation, how creation came to being, you are then grounded in African philosophy. Then you can add other things that would just expand your knowledge. So the first course is the African creation story. So it will be taught to adults, it will be taught to children as well. So how much? Uyazithi singabantu aish. Mosibuza ngemali siyaxakeka. We are still looking for people who will determine how much is that. We don't engage in the question of money. All we provide it's content. So abantu that are able, because everything has got to sustain itself. Okoqala the software which created the website, it's in the cloud. In cloud we need to pay every month. So ngeke be free, because we know that you black people don't value anything that is free. So anything that is offered for free, you don't value it. There will be a small, a charge so that we are able to maintain and sustain, the website. But otherwise, less in China. Why? Because we want the more knowledge, is accessed by black people, where for black people there no other race. So this is done for black people only. And we are not here to come and milk you, with demanding, all those crazy. How much you pay for a course? We are not crazy. You can't then block access to knowledge. How do you demand from people from Soweto for them to pay 80,000 for a course? What's that? You are then hindering access to information for Abantu. So Tina, we want this knowledge to be spread. Everybody should have access to it. So Ukesha would assist us in doing those calculations so that, remember Guti, according to Ma'at, nobody is supposed to abuse another. We are all supposed to follow the Ma'at way, even in the business. You can't then charge me 500 for something that is costing 150. We are told there's no justification for that. So we are always guided by Ma'at in everything that we do. But let me guarantee you, Uguti, we want every black person to attend the course. Adults and children as well. So we will make it accessible to everybody. And the timing will be guided by Tifo as well. He's our technical guy. He's assisting us. He will tell us. We've tested. That is why we haven't launched. And we can't launch now because the time for launching is gone. So it will just operate and launch it again in September officially. But it's working currently. We've started using it in September. He's just finalizing this and that. But otherwise, everything, it's rolling. So we'll have access to quality knowledge of nature. So, ilapho nje guys. Thokoza.
Tell nje mkhulu ukuvuselela futhi. For being the vessel kamkhulu uCredo Muthu and Hemotep. So usikhulisile, ukuthi sisuka kude. Yabo, and this vessel is still continuing. Yabo. So what I wanted to raise, it was an issue that was raised by you, the seed banking and all that, and also if we also look at how the system that is trying to suppress us as black people, what the main thing that is doing is detaching us from the roots. Roots, it's a very broad word. Roots from where you come from, roots from what you believe in, roots from what created you in general. They detach us from the sun, from connecting with the sun, with the moon, with the stars, with the universe, and with the plants.
Sure.
Like, that is why we get sick from all these minor sicknesses. I work in I'm a healthcare professional, I observe quite a lot. Like, I always ask myself, why are my ancestors still keeping me at vets and the hospital? I think they are there to school me, to make me see things firsthand.
Sure.
Because some of our knowledge, like, we download them spiritually.
Yes.
It can be spiritual because they can guide you to somewhere. But because I never thought I'd actually be working where I work. But the things that I observe, when you see people that are sick, and then obviously they will poison them with the medication, with all those injections. With all those injections that you used and all that. But what I have also noted was there is Umama who's a farmer that we've been connecting with since June, I think. And she's also sort of like a spiritualist because she taught me something that, you know, when you are sick, and I think she made an example with her mom who was sick, who's like, after all the bombardment of medications and stuff, but she kept on getting sick and sick until there was a voice that said, go back to where you are from. So meaning where your grandparents, great-grandparents are from, where Impande, the root is from. Go there, step there, bare feet, drink water, eat the plants, they will actually heal. Get the sun bathing from there. Like there are many other conditions that can be eliminated. I'm not talking about management, because the healthcare profession only treats the signs and symptoms. It doesn't eliminate the problem. So we, as the first creation of Umvelungai, we connect with Mother Earth. We connect with the universe. So whenever when we are sick, like the vitamin D, for instance, we get it from Umvelungai, from the sun. Whatever the zinc, we get it from the garlic. We get hydrochloroquine from Umhlonyane, from Msuzwana. I don't know what is it called. Msuzwana, you mix that, you get all the cure or the boost of your immune system. The ginger, your lemon, your pineapple. Like actually that should be water. You spoke about alu. That was your intuition. It's your people that were talking to you. That's what you need to do. And I was always questioning, why were we having this cut of water, and then when that water comes back, when we drink it, it's no longer taste the same. You see? Yes, like even that, it's no longer the same as the water that you used to drink 10 years, 15 years back. You know, something has changed. So we know that Bill Gates has been frequenting our country, and now he bought the shares of Distel, which supplies your Savannah, your Heineken, your Clip Drift, and all that. So it's easy for, and they know what black people like. Yeah, well, so the Savannah, if you check during the COVID, has been trending. You know, it's been trending. It's a nice drink, taste and what. And then there were other drinks like Prime, that you don't even know what is it made of. And then there's these pipes that people, what are they? Viper and the Hubley. What? The Hubley Barbie. Do you know what is that thing made of? You see? So, like, the thing is, there's this also, the other thing of, but it degendering. That is actually also happening. So our people are easily looted. I mean, they are easily fooled, you know, like by the system that is happening, because we get so easily fascinated. They know which is what taking. We get easily attracted by the fancy stuff that we see. So all that I'm trying to say, you know, if you feel down or you feel sick, try and look at where you come from. Go there, even if there's no more house or anything. Just go around where your grandparents, great-grandparents are coming from. Drink the water by the river there. Look at the fruits. Take the plant, or maybe kunga, the tree, take the root and go and plant it in your yard, because that will then represent your ancestors, where they come from. The sticks that you carry, you must not actually carry just any stick made out of any wood. It should be a stick that connects to you. Like I've got a stick that was taken from the Kwabe area, I've got a stick that was taken from Kwamwa, Kotwala, you know, and all my other surnames, you know. So all I'm saying that try to connect with your roots. You don't sometimes have to regularly visit, but have something that you will keep in your house that will represent who you are, where you are coming from, so that you can get the way of where you have to go.
And just to add on what you are saying, another way that you know, you can do where you are, make it a habit to walk barefoot. Because that's where it starts. You are connecting the magnetic and the electric. It heals the body. Make sure that before you sleep, you are tsipa. I've explained to Tsipa before. You pump that uyatsipa la imuva la utsipe unyusa deliberately. Remember ukuthi this energy that runs along your spine, that is the energy that is connected to most of your organs, and that energy, when it rises and hits the pineal gland, as it rises, it is healing because it's giving electricity. It's electrifying your organs. Besides the lento you don't answer on a daily basis. There are a lot of people who have reported great improvement in terms of their health just by walking barefoot. Remember when people introduce rubber?
Yeah, rubber.
Hey, we are all wearing rubber. And that prevents the magnetic field, of Earth to reach your system. Why? Because if I wear rubber, they mustn't look at you as crazy when you walk barefoot. Be crazy but healing yourself. Chokozini. Ukipa niyakwazi mos. Hayibo. Hayi intaba zakho lezi semuva. Mele before lala uzitipe. Uthi uzihlanganise kanje deliberately. Mawenza njalo. Remember ukuthi at the base of your spine kunala lendawo, it's a pump. It's assisting you to pump. This energy that lays, dormant at the base of your spine, it should rise because that's a healing energy. It can heal all your organs. So besides the end I show to learn, many ngakatholi chance yokuya emakhaya. Heal yourself by walking barefoot. Uyestore walk barefoot. Mose ndaweni kunomhlabathi iba lapho. Sometimes ugubha umgodi and you put your feet there. We are now sucking the magnetic field of Earth. And it combines with the electric field of the sun. So it gives you that healing ability within your system. Thokoza, okay. Check up. Oh, sure.
Nakalebitswe ke Oset mo GK and ke na le 2 years ke joinile mo, and so far ke le nelo tse ngata. Like ka jeno topic ka jeno I think ke DJEHUTI because re mo season ya hae ke, and mkhulu ele last thing a bua ka tsa di arts because ke tsona tse ke participate mostly mo tsona. As re le mo season ya DJEHUTI ka bona le tanga ka mo le na o active energy ya DJEHUTI ya bontsho re mo yena, so he's very expressive. So a ke itse hore ke bo mang hape ba ileng hore ba teng mo ba available ba ileng ba tsa di arts. Okay, because
bonke bo DJEHUTI abasukuma upusandla.
Okay, so ka kopi bua ke nengara o appreciate it or creative tse tsotlhe re kopane ka ofela because ntho mkhulu ina ke ntho ngwe go like re ka bona mkhulu as Elijah Mohammed and mkhulu hloka bo Malcolm X ba lengwe they'll carry the message forward. And then what's a great way than art because wa bona ka jeno bana ba thweka ngwana o rutile ke mango thweka o bone khadi o ka jeno ne re bya marukhumo we seke nga pants re go seka di pants and then ne re tsamaya so besides hore we wore gold chains so ke dilo tsa rena because di ferro di apara mono atomic gold because super conductor ya di frequency. So ne ke re kopane actually re bona hore re etsang together because ne ke re berekise energy tsa no we come from a new year ka September ke and then re thoma di endeavor tsa rena tse le hore ne re di beile in our subconscious mind re di practice consciously from April ka khodi ya Oset, and then which means now ke na go communicate our ideas and then re kopane ka ofela and then ka mkhumkhulu nga bua ka December January ka nako ya Sibandlela which is maturity re ne ka sholo tsa rena di ya mature ne nka rata hore ka nako ya Heru at least kile something se senyana re collaborate ka event e leng hore re kopana kaofela, because not only we need to spread a message, we need to be creative. I ditse ba bang ba etsang re kopane bo bohle, actually re bona hore re ka provide not only for us but for movement, because Mkhulu can continue ka movement ali one from his own pocket. All the time can contribute.